just west of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. We're at the site of Super Bowl 58, Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The first of three on this fine Sunday. It is Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A gain there of 20. And the Jets have a first down.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
2nd and a yard. A run out of the gun with Achane. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
The man in motion is Watson. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. tight end going in motion here. One more time, it's Achane. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They've gotten to the 2 on this opening drive, but now it's 3rd and goal. The man in motion is Watson. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. Gonna go for it on 4th and goal. The man in motion is Watson. Back to throw. And this will pay off. It is caught. Christian Watson. Touchdown, New York. Extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. Gets to the edge at the 30. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1 quarter in the books. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Achane. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Look wide, get this one complete. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. At their own 18-yard line. Thrown quickly. Watson on the RPO. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Second and 7. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
1st and 10. The man in motion is Watson. On the handoff, this is H.N. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Taking off.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll get this out to the left flat, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Now a screen set up for Achane. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Achane, touchdown, New York. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught left side by Bowers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. But we do know it'll be 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. Now the Jets going to use the 1st of their timeouts. The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. This officially a 58-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to draw closer.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
That's taken in by Achane. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
3rd down and 9. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. He'll get this complete to his tight end Bowers. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Here's third down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on third and inches. Here's a run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They send the tight end in motion. Now this time they'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Third and goal. That is caught, and he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line, so now it is fourth and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Raiders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's second and 6. So Kittle comes in motion. On the carry, here's Achane. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. The backfield empty here for third and 2. Back to throw. He locates his receiver. That's Perry.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Throwing now on first and 10. Quick hitting slant there. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have a Jets 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
1st down, New York.
Putting the tight end in motion. A run up the middle with Achane. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. One quarter remains here in this AFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Achane. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
And he'll take it on in. Touch. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Slot receiver headed right. He's inside the 40. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. It's a big play when they needed it the most. an even 40 yards. Now, faking the give. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. The man in motion is Watson. They'll stay on the ground with a 10. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass taken in by the tight end. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. A run out of the gun with H.A. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down. He'll try and run it here. It's H.A. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
A tight end in motion now. They'll run this one straight ahead with H.A. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's H.A. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. On the ground is H.A. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy, and the first down. Here comes 4th down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. So this one a win for the visiting Jets, as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.